Wii U ports are a very controversial topic. You have some people who don't mind them at all, some people who don't want any ports and would rather have new games entirely, and then you have some people who don't necessarily mind them but just aren't too happy with the full price tag. And honestly, I can understand all sides of this. It's insane to think that this generation Nintendo has nearly ported over its entire library from its previous console. This is something that's never happened before. Now, I don't know if Nintendo had planned this all the way from the start of the Switch or if they planned it after they saw the success of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Either way, there are only a few titles left which are still exclusive to the Wii U, and you know, some of them still have a high chance of making it over, where some don't have any chance at all. And let's go through all of them today, but before we do, you know what I'm going to say, man. Please make sure to subscribe if you enjoy Nintendo content. I'm so close to 2K subscribers. It would really help out. Now let's get into the video.
Sunrise.
To get the obvious ones out of the way first, Mario Maker, Smash for Wii U, Splatoon and Mario Party all have direct sequels on the Switch, and there's no way they will make it over. Honestly, it would make zero sense if they did. Also, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, Yoshi's Woolly World and Paper Mario Color Splash do have direct follow-ups on the Switch, but not in the same way as the previous four that I mentioned. So they are a little more likely to come over, but at the same time, I doubt it, man. It's unfortunate to say that because Woolly World is 1,000 times better than Crafted World. I don't care what anyone says. It is such a superior game, but we most likely won't be seeing it on the Switch, unfortunately. Now that they are out the way, let's get into one of my personal favorite games of all time. If you know me, you know that I love Wind Waker, man. It is my second favorite Zelda game of all time. Even on some days, my first, not gonna lie, I switch between the two all the time. And one thing that pains me as a Wind Waker fan is knowing that this game has only been on 2 unsuccessful consoles. It's so unfair, man. It deserves all the love that it can get. And if it were to come to the Switch, obviously this cursed chain will be broken because the Switch is massively successful. And of course, Twilight Princess is another great game. I doubt they would leave just one behind and bring one over to the Switch. They're probably gonna port both of them over, and I like to think that they'll do them in a double pack, but knowing Nintendo, they'll probably release both of them separate, add like one tiny new feature and charge full price for them. But not gonna lie, I'm going to pay for them anyway. Now, seeing as 3D All-Stars has just come over and is massively successful, it does increase the chances of these happening. I always thought to myself that one year, if they struggle to get a Zelda title out, they'll probably just throw these two out on the Switch. They most likely have them in the back burner somewhere and are waiting to release it, because they do like to release a Zelda title every year. We've seen it happen since 2013. And of course, the new hot rumor is that they're going to be releasing these next year for the Zelda 35th anniversary, along with Skyward Sword, which will most likely be separate, and also Breath of the Wild 2. Now, this does seem like a lot to release in one year, but at the same time, it is a celebration of Zelda, so it is still possible. And let's get a few smaller ones out of the way again. Mainly, these games are heavily reliant on the Wii U gamepad, like Game & Warrior, for example. I imagine this one has a sequel anyway. It wouldn't really make sense for them to bring over the Wii U version because they'd have to change a lot of things around. They may as well just work on a direct sequel like I'm sure they am. Also, Wii Sports Club, Wii Fit U, and Wii Party U are never going to come over, thank goodness. But Nintendo Land, man, that is a game that I miss. It's unlikely, unfortunately, because again, it is really heavily reliant on the Wii U gamepad, but I really hope that Nintendo is working on a sequel one day. It is so much better than 1-2 Switch. Nintendo, really, you need to bring this one back. And the last two big ones I can think of is Star Fox Zero and Xenoblade Chronicles X. Now, to start off with Star Fox Zero, this game was absolutely slaughtered when it first released. Everyone was bashing it, saying it's trash, saying it is gimmicky. And to be honest, I thought the same at first, but after sitting on it for a while, I actually realized it isn't as bad as I originally thought. The game definitely has its flaws, but it would be nice to see it get a second chance. But at the same time, I would much rather Nintendo work on a bigger and better Star Fox game that brings back the true hype for the Star Fox series, and I imagine they are doing that somewhere. And in regards to Xenoblade Chronicles X, I think most people never really got a chance to try this game, and I think most people do want to have all of the Xenoblade Chronicles games on one system, which would be really nice. Monolith Studios did say it's like too expensive to port over or something. What are you talking about? Is it more expensive than Definitive Edition? More expensive than a new game entirely? Stop making excuses. Just bring the damn game over. Oh, and before I finish this video off, I need to mention Devil's Third and that creepy Japanese horror game, because last time I did a Twitter post on this, people got super angry that I didn't mention these games. I don't think they're going to come over anyway. I think Devil's Third didn't sell all that well and the servers will shut down really early because they released towards the end of the Wii U's life. I mean, I don't know a lot about these games. I mean, I don't know what to say. Maybe they'll come over, maybe they won't. Who knows? And before you say it, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Sonic Boom, No, they aren't coming over, okay? Let's keep these games on the Wii U. Let's keep them as far away from the Switch as possible, alright? Let's just even forget they existed, alright? So Sonic Boom, what's Sonic Boom? Is it that song from the 90s? Amiibo Festival? I love Amiibo. Let's just forget about these.
Sunrise.